The following video demonstrates a summary of the EMS Fit for Duty screening for new hire EMTs and paramedics. The intention of this video is to familiarize candidates with the process and individual tasks that are needed to be performed in a safe manner. We at Northwell Health take pride in our employees and value our health and safety. The utilization of this screen is to help minimize the risk for our workforce, as well as improve patient safety by ensuring that the candidates are able to perform duties associated with the position. We recommend candidates review tasks to promote capability and understanding prior to testing. Number 1. Applicant must tolerate sitting for up to 30 minutes. For the initial intake, you will be asked for your driver's license. The first task is to tolerate sitting for up to 30 minutes while completing paperwork, reviewing health history, and completing your vitals. To be cleared for participation, blood pressure must be 160/90 or below unless medical clearance is provided, and maximum resting heart rate must be 100 beats per minute or below unless cleared by a physician. Number 2. Tolerate standing throughout activities for up to 30 minutes. For the remainder of the test, the applicant will remain standing unless the task is not in the standing position. Standing tolerance of 30 minutes is part of the test. For all of the lifting tasks, we will start at a lighter weight to ensure proper body mechanics. We will provide verbal or visual cueing during the initial lift. If you are unable to maintain proper body mechanics during the lift or any of the tasks, we reserve the right to end the test to maintain safety. Applicant has the right to stop the test if they feel the task is beyond their capability. During the test, the heart rate is monitored to make sure you don't exceed the Northwell Health maximum heart rate of 220 minus your age times 0.9. Number 3. Apply chest compressions while kneeling next to CPR dummy for 2 minutes. For the following task, you will be on 1 or 2 knees applying consistent chest compressions for 2 minutes. You will first get into position and start when the therapist starts the timer and says begin. This is not a test to evaluate CPR. It is a test to see how well you can tolerate consistent activity in that position. You can alternate knees during the test. The therapist will let you know when there is 30 seconds left and when to stop. At the end of the test, your heart rate will be monitored. Number 4. Carry equipment bag and stair chair weighing approximately 45 pounds up and down 5 steps and a distance of 100 feet level terrain. For the following task, you will pick up the stair chair and ALS bag at a designated spot. While holding them in a safe manner, carry them for 50 feet, climb up 5 steps, turn around, step down the 5 steps, and carry them back to the starting point. You will then place both the bag and stair chair down at the beginning location using appropriate body mechanics. Number 5. Lift rigid spine board with 125 pounds of weight from the floor to waist level safely with good body mechanics. For the next task, you will be picking up one end of the backboard with the other end remaining on the floor up against the edge of a wall. Cues will be provided in the beginning of the lifts to promote safe body mechanics. We will perform a total of 3 lifts, progressing from an initial weight of 50 pounds, then 90 pounds, with a final lift of 125 pounds. Before progressing to the next weight, you must be able to lift the board safely with proper body mechanics. Number 6. Push and pull with a force of 50 pounds on a force gauge. For this task, you will grasp the handles of the force gauge and provide a push force to the gauge up against the wall, once with the right leg forward, once with the left leg forward. Provide the force from your legs, keeping your back straight. We then switch out the pad to a hook and attach it to a cable. The second part of this task is to provide a full force by grasping the handles with palms down, stepping back until the cable is taut, then with one leg behind the other, using your legs to pull back on the force gauge. This will be performed first with one leg in front, then the other. Remember to maintain safe body mechanics and use your legs to provide power. To complete this task, you must generate 50 pounds of force on the force gauge. Number 7. Crawl with 20-pound equipment bag for 3 feet. For this task, you will get down on your hands and knees. Starting position will be with knees at the edge of the mat as noted. You will then crawl forward until your knees are at the top edge of the mat. Then crawl backwards to starting position, dragging the ALS bag with you the whole time. This movement will be repeated twice. Number 8. Carry 93-pound barbell up and down 5 steps forward and backwards. The next task is to simulate a stair chair carry. We will be performing the task twice, the first time with a total of 43 pounds and the second with 93 pounds. We will check your heart rate at the completion of each set to make sure it does not exceed the maximum allowable heart rate of 220 minus your age times 0.9. If you are unable to complete safely or lose your balance requiring assist, it is considered a failure. To start the task, squat and pick up the triceps bar from the floor, keeping your back straight, head up, and then hold the bar near or just below the waist level. Ascend the stairs forward to the cone on the 5th step and then descend backwards 5 steps. The therapist will have their hand on your back for guidance. It is strongly encouraged taking 1 step at a time versus a step-over-step method. While continuing to hold the bar in your hands, turn around and ascend the 5 steps while backwards, and then descend forwards until both feet are off the steps and on the flat floor. Place weight safely back to floor. Remember to maintain body mechanics. If at any point you are losing your grip or feel you are unable to keep holding the weights, place the bar on the step above you if you are facing up the steps, or the evaluator will take the bar if descending the steps. Number 9. Enter and exit all vehicle steps. For this task, you will open 3 different doors on the ambulance, climb fully inside the vehicle, and then step completely out, repeating this 3 times before closing the door. This will be done for the front passenger door, the side door, and the back double doors. You can use handles for support as needed to maintain safety. Number 10. Simulate washing ambulance with 5-foot washbrush, being able to reach top and bottom levels. For this task, you will be simulating washing the ambulance. Please do not touch truck with brush. You will be performing 10 passes with the brush in each direction repetitiously for a total of 1 minute timed. Up to the right, up to the left, down to the right, down to the left, and squat, moving brush 10 times to the right and 10 to the left, and repeat moving along truck. Number 11. Safely lift power stretcher with 125 pounds, pushing it in and out of truck. For this task, you will be unlatching the stretcher, pulling it back until the back wheels clear the back bumper, hold down the plus button until wheels are fully lowered, and place stretcher down, keeping your back straight. Keep in mind to use proper body mechanics throughout. To place the stretcher back in truck, lift the back end of the stretcher, hold the minus button until wheels are fully retracted. Push the stretcher back into the truck and re-secure into the latch. This task will be completed in 3 lifts with progressing weight from 50 pounds to 90 pounds to a total of 125 pounds on the stretcher. The weight will be distributed across the stretcher similar to body weight. Number 12. Forward bend sitting on a bench in truck for 5 minutes, positioning self over stretcher. The following is a positional task to test if you can maintain a static posture. You will begin by sitting on the bench seat, facing the oxygen bag situated at the head of the stretcher. Harness yourself into the seat. You will remain seated leaning over bag as if you were performing patient care while exploring through the oxygen bag for 5 minutes. Remember, we are using actual bags. Be certain to return in the same way it was found. Number 13. Low work. Maintain kneel, half kneel, or crouch for 5 minutes. For the final task, you will position yourself on the mat on either 1 or 2 knees or squatting for a total of 5 minutes, alternating between each position if desired. You will be exploring through an ALS bag during the task. They will let you know when the time is complete. This is a working bag, so please do not open packages and be cautious of where you remove items to return in the same order. Your heart rate will be monitored after the task. Number 14, cool down. Once the 5 minutes on the floor is completed, the applicant will be asked to sit in a chair with the pulse ox continuously on the finger to monitor heart rate. The goal is to cool down to a point where the heart rate is below 100 beats per minute. This identifies good recovery. All applicants will get their results by the end of the test.